Episode 39 of GBGuns Armory, where we're taking a look back through the past of things already reviewed, stuff that's been out for a while, that you guys probably have handled, owned, shot, etc. Share those experiences. Let's share those things out there, since this is not a series of videos about the latest and greatest. It's reminding ourselves that there's a lot of good options out there. Today, we're looking at a Kahr. This is the CW9. Now, these have kind of fallen out of favor because they're single stacks, and single stacks are so 2016. But Kahr recently announced at SHOT Show, and I got to see it. In fact, there's coverage of it over on the website, GBGunsDepot.com. Finally, they're doing a double stack with them manufacturing in Massachusetts. Maybe that's probably why they've had some issues trying to have a freedom gun, because they're so restricted over there. But anyways, what's neat about these and different about these, this one happens to have a wrap. It's not actually made out of carbon fiber, but that wrap does add some texture that's kind of nice. They use a different link system that allows for a little more barrel for the same length slide. I don't have the numbers memorized anymore. You can look back through my old Kahr videos, but it's interesting. You get like I want to say a 1/4 inch or maybe a 1/3 inch longer barrel for the same length gun, which, if you're not familiar, results in more velocity, getting you closer to that 4 inches, the magical 4 inches that 9mm ammo is made for. Better chance of your hollow point getting the speed it needs to perform as intended. It's always one of the risks when you go with a smaller gun, is your hollow point might just be an expensive FMJ. The other thing about Kahr that is somewhat polarizing is the trigger. It's a double action only, which must rack in between, so you can't just keep pulling. It's not like a backup. But it's a very smooth, long pull. Not terrible, you saw. Reset, you got to go all the way back out. See how smooth that is? It's very continuous. It just kind of rolls through. And some of the shooter snobs don't like that trigger pull. Probably because it requires a little more discipline. You have to work harder. But as a defensive gun, which is what they're obviously intended for at this size, I like that idea. And here's why. Having been in gunfights, no, not as a civilian, it was all military long ago, but I understand what the adrenaline is like and that rush that happens when suddenly it's a life or death moment and you need to work your firearm. It's amazing how strong you get and how quick reactions can be once that adrenaline dumps into your system. Having a longer and slightly heavier pull allows for some, oh wait, no. Think about some of the unfortunate shootings that happen in public places where there's lots of people running around. You draw, you're going to make that shot, you're on target, on sights, on trigger, and someone runs across. Being able to cancel that shot is important. The other bit is it's a little bit of a safety just in case you get antsy. So you've got all of this without risking it go off. I wouldn't say it's quite pocket carry without a holster, something I'd never recommend, but it is an extra safety feature that allows the gun to be a little more safer for handling among novices and among people under stress without needing a manual safety on it. So I really applaud Kahr for that, as well as their different lockup system. You guys can watch my old tabletop videos to see how they did that. But pretty neat guns that I think I discovered probably towards the end of their popularity, and the only reason why the popularity faded was everybody went to the micros, and then that was 2 trends ago. The current trend, which I think is starting to tire out, is the double stack 1911 trend. It's ridiculous. This is part of why we're doing this video series, is how quickly people forget about other great options, because, and yours truly included, the media is so wrapped around trying to get the clicks, and that means following whatever is latest and hottest, and it's so easy to forget about good stuff out there. Kahr Arms is one that I would recommend. I think the only troubles I've ever had with them have been magazine related, but magazines are a disposable lifespan item anyways. So if you have trouble with a magazine, get another one. The mag dictates how well the gun's going to run. So first and foremost, take care of your mags. That is the Kahr CW9 here on GBGuns Armory. Let me know what your thoughts and experiences are on these bad boys. And I love that carbon fiber wrap. I think it looks pretty good. And as I mentioned, it added, it's not tacky, but it added a different texture to the gun that actually, as I recall, in the range video, made this thing shoot a little easier for me because it was easier to hold on. I got big hands, and sometimes small guns like this are difficult for me to get a full hold of. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.